Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about comic books,
Costumes,
facts, boots,
and other stuff.
In this week's issue, World's Finest Wednesday.
Welcome into a World's Finest Wednesday edition of Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I'm Zach, joined as always by the magnificent, marvelous man wonder himself.
Ooh.
With the
It's a lot to live up to.
uneven mouthpiece area, Mr. Mike.
So I got this. We're just gonna go ahead and pierce the fourth wall here. I buy these masks and I wear them, and I'm not really sure why, but this is a Jarson mask because I bought it at the dollar store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not Jason, I get it. Yeah.
It's Jarson from Thursday the 13th. And
Oh, they could use the same date?
they use the same day. Yeah, it just happens to fall on a month.
I thought it would have to be like the 12th or the 5th, the 14th.
No,
Okay.
I think that's copyrighted. I believe that was a Richard Benjamin movie.
Who's Richard Benjamin?
Look it up, kids. But I
Gonna
did.
Google now.
I cut it out so that my mouth would not be muffled because I know how much y'all love these dulcet tones. And
That's why they listen, really.
I
It's
c-
not me.
I
It's
think
your
I-
dulcet tones.
I think I cut it like
Oh, Richard. Oh,
uneven.
okay.
Yeah, Richard Benjamin.
Yeah.
He was in Saturday the 12th or something like that. Saturday the 14th
Well, I
or
don't have
something
his,
like that.
his thing in front of it. He was in Catch
Yeah.
22. He was in Saturday the 14th,
Thank you very much.
1981. When you thought it was safe to look at the calendar again was the tagline from it.
It was like it was a scary movie before scary movie, basically.
okay.
You know, it was that kind of thing. It was just
Oh, that makes sense.
a
Saturday the
farce.
14th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
it was
Well,
a farce.
but glad you're here, Mike.
Thank you.
Glad I'm here. Glad you're
Yeah.
here if you're watching this and you've already gotten this far into it. As always, World's Finest Wednesday is essentially a chance for us to go and look back at some funny and just strange and ridiculous Silver Age stuff. Last week, did one that was a little bit more serious in a way, but I mean, there was still plenty of stuff to poke fun at, but it was directly related to the Killing Joke and the
That was,
Detective Comics issue.
That was Batman's bar mitzvah, right? Isn't that the one we covered last week?
No, we did
Oh.
the Red Hood. The Bar Mitzvah one I still got coming up.
Oh,
We're going to get
good.
to the Super Sons too, which I
Super
think you'll love, where it's like
Sons.
Bruce Wayne Jr.
Yeah.
and Clark Kent Jr.
Yeah.
Our
Baby
Monday
Batman.
show, which comes out on Monday, is a little bit longer, and we cover a wider range of things. We're about to get into some horror comics this week. We're going to
Ooh.
start with the Swamp Thing and Something's Killing the Children coming up in October, as well as some older horror stuff. I thought for a World's Finest at some point in time,
Yeah.
I could find maybe some, because technically, I guess it falls in Bronze Age. I don't know. I thought about finding like some of the old like public domain horror stuff
Oh,
to do. I know you love that stuff.
you know, I like the public domain stuff.
I know.
'Cause it's all
but
ridiculous.
We're going to have fun in October. If you can't tell by
And November's
just the
gonna
way
be a
Mike
slog.
looks every episode we do. What'd you say?
I said then November is going to be a slog.
Yeah.
We'll have fun in
it's gonna
October,
be
but
rough,
that's it.
But we'll figure out something to do.
What do you think
Uh,
Jason does whenever he has like a scratch? He needs to itch his face.
You know, he's never on camera for that.
No.
Like, they don't have to address that.
You
'cause
also never show him going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know,
I just assume since he's dead that he doesn't have to anymore because he doesn't
I
eat.
guess it's not like he eats these kids.
Yeah. Like,
He
there's
just-
nothing for him to process.
He just stops them from smoking weed and having sex.
He's kind of a buzzkill, man.
He is. He's very much a buzzkill. Yeah, yeah.
So was he
He
supposed
busts
to
out
be,
your windows, and he, you know,
Was he supposed to be like some sort of like message to the youth, like, hey,
he was a PA. You know, he was like like if you went to college and you had that guy that was supposed to take care of your floor or whatever. That's basically Jason. But
Oh.
he had a machete.
okay. Just a
By
little
the
more
way,
violent.
just real quick story. I know we're trying to make this quick, but
Yeah.
my buddy went to Bojangles because it opened up in Lorena,
Oh,
Texas, near us.
yeah.
There's also apparently like a burrito place in there,
Oh, okay.
and he said the guy that was running it, he was back there cutting stuff up with a machete,
oh, nice.
and then came to the counter talking to customers and still had the machete in his hand,
That's
which
not a little worrisome.
I would go just for that show. You know?
Well, you did tell me that you and your buddy, y'all stop at a place when you all road trip to get like bags of
We do
meat.
get bags of meat. Yeah, it's a place in Wahlberg, Texas. and it's on the way back from any show we see in Austin, and we stop at this convenience store. And what they do is you go into these convenience stores and they've got country fresh fried chicken and Bobby's burritos or what. It's crap you've never heard of. At the end of this place,
it's like
there's
weird restaurants on DoorDash.
Yeah,
that exist.
yeah.
It's like really Hooters trying to sound fancy.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Beast Burger-a-thon or whatever it is, sloppy burger. But anyway, after these places close down, which is usually when we're coming through, they just take everything that's left over and fried, and they put like 4 or 5 in a bag and just jam them all together. And they say, okay, $3, go. And there is such a run on this stuff. You see people walking out 5, 6, 7 bags in their hands because it's corn dogs and it's fried burritos and it's I don't know, anything that would clog your arteries. There was a mystery cube in one of them, and
with like a prize. With like a prize?
No, it wasn't a prize. It was kind of whatever the opposite of a prize is. It was a punishment. What it was. It was a punishment cube.
Well, let's go ahead and get to, and as weird and strange as that is, it fits right into our weird and strange tale today.
That's awesome.
From World's Finest 121, which I'm essentially going to call just Mirror Batman.
Mirror?
Mirror. Because what you can see
is, look at him. This is the Funhouse mirror you were talking about.
Yeah. Wait, I was talking about, when did I talk about
you talked about it about a week ago or so.
Did I really?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
it was in your sleep, and I was
just
standing outside in the bush.
I was just trying to look up because Mike always likes to know the year of these, and I always forget. This is from November of 1961.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
So our story today, Superman and Batman, because that's what a lot of the World's Finest was, and the Mirror Batman. Writers are Jerry Coleman. Penciler was Jim Mooney, as well as he was the inker too. Editors, Maury Boltinoff and George Kashdan.
Maury Boltinoff.
So, a strange tale here, Mike. One that I actually, when I read it yesterday, I wrote a little bit of a synopsis for.
Oh.
So I'm going to read it up to our conclusion real quick, just so you know, and then I'll show you kind of the art from it, just to explain the story that we have going in. So what we have is that Batman and Robin are nosy. Like, they're just driving around town, and they're just being...
they're bored?
Well, in a way, I say that they're nosy because they just pop up, and they're like, hey, Batman, that warehouse's lights are on. Like, that's just like, you're just out looking for something to do at that point. Like, they're just being nosy.
Looking for a problem.
So they do decide to burst in, and turns out that the door is unlocked, and they do actually stumble upon a robbery there. So I guess they were a little
Is
right.
Robin actually swinging from a bell?
I think he's swinging from...
Because it does say bong.
Yeah, it is like a bell hung up. You see right there in the center.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, he does swing from it. So, wrong button. There we go.
He's one of those bell swingers.
So they're able to thwart the crooks. However, the lights are cut off while they're fighting the crooks there. And in the melee, Batman gets a suit of armor thrown on him.
Oh, no.
Right? So lights are turned off. He's fighting with the crooks. And one of them's like, try to dodge this, essentially. And he throws the suit of armor onto Batman. Okay. Well, Batman
I would think if Batman's
up.
Coming for you, throw anything you can get your hands on.
That's true. They're just trying to get away. Like, that'll stall them while we make our way out.
Yeah, it's like the old, throw the shelf down as people are running after you.
Exactly.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Robin lights a candle to provide some light until they can find the fuse box to figure out.
Took a big dump.
No, like a candelabra, like to light the way.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to clear the air.
And as he is, Batman's like waking up and he's kind of groggy, obviously.
Like, God,
as
Robin,
he does,
so
he falls and stumbles back into the mirror.
Yeah.
Like you see, like Batman actually falls through a mirror there. So, Robin.
How does that happen?
Robin goes and he desperately tries to like bang on it. I'll show you the picture there, and then I'll go back to my lovely notes that I took that are just so much better for this. Robin lights a candle to provide light until they can fix the lights. Batman pulls himself up as he's groggy from being knocked out and falls through the mirror.
Sure.
Robin tries to get through the mirror, but
we
can't.
Just accept that
it turns back because it turns back into a regular mirror. Robin runs away to get Superman's help is what I have, not noticing that one of the criminals is left behind from the group that was there. And that's him down there on the ground being like, oh, Batman's in that mirror. If we know that he's stuck there and I can go ahead and like get him back, like and keep him safe, then keep him safe, but keep him like locked up. We
Yeah.
won't have to worry about Batman because he's stuck in a mirror.
Yeah.
I do also love that when Robin went to go call Superman, as you notice down there in the bottom right, it says like Robin makes a quick call to the Metropolis police, and they just send out a radio signal that's just like calling Superman, go to Gotham City at once, call from Robin, and that's all it says. Like they're sending out.
Okay.
So
Basically, anybody could do that.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
didn't have to call the Metropolis police
Superman
to make them like make that call. So Superman does show up, and Robin returns to the warehouse with Superman, who inspects the mirror, and Superman thinks that it's a regular mirror too, and he kind of accuses Robin of misremembering what they see, which I kind of loved as it throws it up here.
Yeah.
He goes, it's as puzzled. I'm as puzzled as you, Robin. It looks. I can't really read it from here. Let me full screen it.
Yeah.
It looks and feels like an ordinary mirror. Are you sure you described what really happened? Like Superman's like, come on, Robin. Like, it's me here now. Don't lie to me, buddy.
Yeah.
You look super terrifying when you lean in like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just got some teeth, and it's like I just looked through the mirror of you peering at me,
Yeah.
wondering if I have a bag of meat inside. Or I guess that's me, maybe.
Yeah.
A meat bag.
Bag of
Anyway,
meat.
about that time,
They're
Stretchy
just
Batman
regular
comes
paper
out.
bags too, by the way.
They're what?
We're just regular brown paper bags.
Yeah,
too.
that's never
like they don't
worrisome
say
whatsoever.
anything on them. They're just regular paper bags.
A stretchy version of Batman comes out of the mirror, and he doesn't talk to either Robin or Superman. And instead, he kind of seems scared around them. Like he doesn't remember who they are, and he like doesn't talk to them. He just kind of runs away from them.
Can I guess
Guess
on
what?
this? What's going on?
Go ahead.
I think that personally, I would think it'd be somebody like the Riddler, who has figured out this mirror funhouse thing. It kind of fits Riddler's deal.
Okay.
Sucks him in, and then he sends out this hologram or something that's a weird wobbly Batman.
Okay. I like that guess,
Yeah.
Mike.
It's probably nowhere
You are
close.
too grounded.
Okay. All right.
Think wilder.
Okay. All right.
So
Martians.
not really.
I got you.
You'll see.
Sure. Jupiterians.
While they while Robin Hood, I keep wanting to call Robin Hood. While they go to take care of, like, to hunt down Batman, because he's able to like walk through walls and
Look
stuff
at him
with
being
whatever
so
power
stretchy.
he has. He is like he's all like disformed and
Yeah.
like just like stretched out, like he looks like a funhouse mirror. And he like Superman's trying to tackle him and bring him in, and like he stretches himself out and grabs the bridge, which starts tearing apart, which Superman has to put together again real quick and not worry about Batman.
Yeah.
While he does that, the crooks come back and steal the mirror and lock it in a safe,
Oh no.
thinking, hey, we've got Batman trapped in a safe. They realize that Batman's back to his normal form, but they don't know if he has any strange powers anymore or not. And about that time, he starts to emit out these weird white, like you see the little, like, just hard, like, rays of nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
But they're
It's
like
almost
solid
like
lines,
It's
kind
almost
of.
like a broken mirror.
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
refractions, kind of.
Yeah. Refraction.
And so Superman goes and breaks them off. I love this part because they're thinking, all right, our best plan is we need to take him back through to the mirror and fix whatever happened on the other side of the mirror. Like something happened over there.
Yeah.
But to do this, Superman realizes that Batman's not going to go willingly. So Superman punches Batman, but it's just a gentle super tap.
Just like
gentle super tap. Like enough to knock him out,
Oh.
but not enough to hurt him.
Okay.
I know that Superman
Enough to knock him out, but not enough to hurt him.
Exactly. I'm not like maybe we
don't
know
know that
more
those
about
two things
concussions
go
and stuff
together.
now, but like getting knocked out in general is not going to be good for you.
No, I wouldn't think so.
But Superman and Batman show back up at the antique place with Batman in tow to take him through the mirror. And while they're there, they realize, oh, the mirror.
Wait, that's what this was? It was like an antique warehouse or
It was
something?
an antique warehouse
Oh,
that they
okay.
broke into.
All right.
They notice that the mirror has been stolen, but using his microscopic vision, Superman is able
Microscopic vision.
to find mud that has he was able to find mud in the carpet that had the pollen of a cat of nine tails on it.
What the
The two hunt down the swamp area looking for the thieves, because he's like, well, it has to be a swamp area, and there's not a lot of swampland in Gotham. So it turns out that's exactly where they were. Like, it didn't take them long to find them. And while they're there, Robin tells, let me see if I can bring this up real quick.
Why were they in the swamp area?
That's where the bad guy's hideout was.
That's where they ran to.
Yeah,
But
took
their
the mirror
hideout
there.
was already there?
Their hideout was already there,
Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, hey, there's that mud. Oh, that's got to be from a swamp area. There's not a lot of swamp area in Gotham. Boom, there's the bad guy's hideout. And
yeah.
Robin tells Superman to just like, hey, throw me through that window there. And Superman just obliges. And he's like, okay, just grabs Robin
Throw
and just
me
chunks him
through
through
that
the
window.
Yeah, he goes, isn't that all right? Just toss me toward that one, Superman. Like, so Superman is like just throwing Robin like a football through the window. They find the safe that's locked up with the mirror there, and they decide, all right, we're going to rip off the safe door. There's the mirror. I need to go back and get Batman then. And so that's what Superman does. So Superman goes back to get Batman. And he shows back up with Batman. They've taken care of all the criminals, by the way, that stole the mirror. You don't have to worry about the criminals anymore.
Just assume
Now,
they ran away.
Mike, Robin informed Superman that while he was gone, that you were right, or he tells him that the frame is studded with knobs, and only this one has these strange dots on it. I'll press it and see what happens. And when he presses it, he realizes Superman can put his hands through. You kind of look like a crab. And he goes, you're right. Hurry. Now all of us into the mirror. The effect must have disappeared in a few moments because we weren't able to get through. So Robin finds this knob on the mirror then that makes them able to walk through it. So Mike, I'm going to give you one last guess then. What do you think this is that they're about to walk into?
Does it involve a bad guy? Like somebody I would know?
No.
Okay. Then it's a dirty clown from the fair.
No.
Okay.
It is a little yellow alien dude.
Oh.
See, when they show across in this mirror world, it kind of stretches all of them out.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, hey, what are you here? Or why are you guys here? And he didn't remember anything that happened out in the real world. Like, all he remembered was finding a way through the mirror. Because there's a button on that on their side, too, just like was on Robin and Superman's. He then tells the story of how when he first got here, this, alien guy shot him with his laser, and that's what caused him to glow, and like he forgot it gave him some weird, strange powers out there in the real world. Well, the little yellow alien.
They sent him away on, like, is there a donkey involved?
No.
Okay. For some reason, I thought there was a donkey involved. I don't know why.
No.
I don't know. It just, like, I was very confused for a second. They're in a canyon of some sort,
Yeah,
right?
they are in a canyon.
Okay. I just assumed there was a donkey involved.
No, the little yellow alien sees that Batman went through the mirror, and he's like, I've never been able to do that. My powers must have given him the ability to do that. I want to get out of here, too. But when they show back up, the little yellow alien's like, these must be, he thinks that they're from this bad guy. I can't remember the bad guy's name. Xanu, maybe?
Xanu, sure.
It's
yeah.
on there.
He's a son of a bitch.
No, I should not be
Xanu.
lazy. Yeah, Xanu.
He looks
Xanu.
like oh, no. That's
He thinks, more creatures of Xanu. Like, I have to take care of these. What he thinks Batman is. Superman just flies out while he's shooting that ray at him.
Scientology guy, I think.
Oh, is it?
Isn't it Xanu that's at the end of the
Maybe.
Scientology? Like, he's up there
You might be right.
telling people to
Anyway,
yell into bowls?
maybe.
Okay.
With the
All right.
Thetans and all that.
And
yeah.
also, the little alien guy looks like the hankering for a hunk of cheese guy.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
The laser doesn't hurt Superman because obviously Superman's not vulnerable, invulnerable, whatever.
Look
it
at the
is,
size
too.
of that chin.
Well, it's because they're in the mirror world. It's like
Right.
stretched them out. And he crushes the ray gun, and the alien tells him, you must not be like one of Xanu's creatures. Like, he's like this oppressive guy that lives here. And they're like, hey, tell us like how to fix our buddy here, because whatever your ray shot him with like has made him like act funny, and he's having side effects from it.
Got it.
And the little yellow guy tells him, all right, you take care of Xanu, I'll fix your friend. So Superman says, deal. And he goes back and he realizes that Xanu has all these weird creatures that he sends out to torment people, but they're all just like animatrons. So Superman uses his laser vision to melt down all these animatronic like animals and stuff.
Okay.
And he just uses his super breath to knock out Xanu
Sure.
and then flies Xanu back to the little yellow alien. And he goes, here he is, powerless. Now stay to your word. And the little yellow guy's like, okay, I will. And he fixes Batman. And the three, Robin, Superman. I'm going to wrap it up and then you can have your question. Robin, Superman, and Batman go back through the mirror. And then Superman smashes the mirror so nobody else can go through the portal because they think that this mirror must have been made centuries ago by some sorcerer from their world or ours. And Batman
Just
goes,
anywhere.
it's a door between the two worlds and can lead only to trouble. It
Yeah.
must be destroyed.
Yeah.
So Superman breaks it and goes, never again will we see their world or they ours. Then our story ends with later when the distorting effects of the mirror have worn off. Superman, haha, be careful after that, Batman, when you're near mirrors. And Batman goes, you bet. Maybe I'll even grow a beard to keep away from my shaving mirror.
Oof. My shaving mirror.
But don't worry, because at the bottom, Tootsie Roll makes history.
This is the whole effing story?
That's it. That's the whole story.
So the whole thing was, shit, there's an alien. He's got a mirror. He's sucking us in, and he's being ruled by this other guy who's sucking people in.
No, the other guy didn't suck people in. He was just like harassing
He was
people
just there.
in their world already. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough story, dude. There's not much there.
I thought you'd appreciate it.
I do appreciate it
Do
for
you?
what it is, but
Yeah.
it feels like there should be like 5 more pages or something.
That was like 16 still. That was half of the world's
Oh
finest.
my god.
I condensed it down some, obviously, but
Oh boy. Okay. Well, hey.
well, here's the thing
I didn't
even get into is there's a time where they talk about like movement around
Uh-huh.
and everything is so like time based that it's. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Like everything is like suddenly,
Look at his head.
scant seconds later, an instant later. That's 3 panels out of 5 on one page. It's just suddenly,
you
a
don't-
scant second later, and then an instant later.
You don't see this very often though, and that's the Batman wearing the pink bat suit.
I think it's
So
just
that's
the
nice.
colors. But then within minutes, suddenly, shortly,
Suddenly.
that's 3 panels in a row where there's within minutes, shortly, and suddenly. They want you to know
also,
that
those all mean such wildly different things too.
this is a short episode, and even the writers wanted it to go fast. Shortly, scantly,
Shortly.
move. Hey, the mirror. It's alien technology. The end.
Hang on,
Like,
1 second.
that's the thing. They didn't even tell you like how the mirror got there.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we
Don't know where
smashed
the
it.
aliens are. Just know
Yeah.
they're on the other side of a mirror. We crushed the one mirror. They can't make another one.
No,
I
and
mean,
that's the end of it. You don't have to worry about it.
mirror technology has been dead for centuries.
Hey, don't worry, kids. You didn't like that? We got a great Green Arrow story for you next.
Eat your Tootsie Rolls and shut up, kids.
It's a great romance.
Well,
Tootsie
that
Roll.
was. Yeah, I'm glad they're okay.
There you go.
I
So
guess.
that was World's Finest number 121.
That is
Mirror
such
Batman.
That is such a the moniker for this comic does not fit the stories.
World's Dude,
says
it's World's
World's
Finest because it's
Finest.
Batman and Superman.
Yeah, that's.
But the thing is a lot of these stories are ridiculous, and that's
I would think
the beauty of it. Not the one. There is a World's Finest series now that Mark Waid writes, and I am a really big fan of Mark Waid as a writer. He wrote Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Just solid writer. That is supposed to be really good. I haven't read it yet, and it's more serious with the two of them, obviously, or at
Oh,
least a
thank
little more
God.
serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I also saw that somebody asked James Gunn if he made a Batman and Superman movie, if he would name it like Batman and Superman or Superman and Batman, like how he would word it, and he would say his response was World's Finest.
Yeah.
Which I love because that's what this book always is World's Finest. It's
Well, he
Batman
loves-
and Superman together in adventure.
He loves weird shit anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I do too. We all do.
Yeah.
That's today's
My
World's
mother
Finest.
doesn't, but-
Probably going to try to dive into some strange horror.
Ooh.
Horror.
Horror.
With some
Scary
of these,
stuff.
I was trying to find like something just involving Halloween in general around this time. Like maybe they went to a costume party and they had to fight a villain there or something.
There's no Michael Myers like comic book.
I'm sure
I know
there
there's a Nightmare
is.
on Elm Street comic book.
there is. I could potentially find if I can find some stuff.
Yeah.
I think I made this anything that was pre-crisis, so like before 1986 for DC. So if DC did anything in the 70s that was like a book like that, I guess that could technically work for World's Finest Wednesdays. I don't know. We still have stuff in October that we'll get to that I'm still trying to figure out some of the weeks in there. So we'll have some fun with it. But I want to find some things that are just bad because we haven't done anything that's been really.
Well, you did
bad.
it this time.
Well, it was
It was a little rough.
fine. All right. Well,
I'm in a
that is-
mirror. No, you're not. Okay, thanks.
All right, that is this week's World Finest Wednesdays. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't, go back and check out our previous episode. We covered Clayface and One Bad Day, which was a really solid story.
Yeah, it was very good.
We have a lot of great things you can go check out. We have our shorts to go out and highlight some of our older episodes. If you want to email us, feel free to email us at brosfoesandheroes@gmail.com, all spelled out. BROSHEROE, you know how, HEROESAND.
Heroes.
Bros, I got it out of order. See, this is what happens. BROSFOESANDHEROES@gmail.com. There we go. See, I just had to think about it for a bit.
You did it.
Also, we appreciate all the comments you guys leave. They're really fun and, kind of make our day at times. Usually, some of even the mean ones are funny in a way.
I love the mean ones. Yeah.
Mike's a glutton for punishment, though.
More mean stuff, please.
A lot of great stuff on the
network,
we though, that we were a part of, and make sure that you go ahead and check out a lot of those great shows on the Rogue Media Network family of podcasts.
RogueMediaNetwork.com.
And until next time, stay safe, everybody.
Hey, Galacon.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about pros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.